37 pages, in which he dealt with the history of Alankara Shastra. Surprisingly, the history of Sanskrit poetics part 1 by Dr. S.K. Dey was published in the same year from Calcutta. Both these eminent scholars had worked absolutely independently. In 1951, Dr. Kane published the third edition of Sahitya Darpan with fully revised and enlarged introduction of 423 pages. He mentions how several texts like Abhinava Bharati, Natya Darpan, etc. were published during the intervening period of 28 years. The source of inspiration for all these books lay in the books of Dr. Kane. Towards the conclusion of the preface, Mahamohopadhyay remarks, now that I am over 71 years of age and have yet to complete my history of Dharma Shastra, I am afraid that I shall hardly have the time and energy to revert to this subject again, and therefore I bid farewell to these studies of my youth. And yet, the Sanskrit leaders would not allow the aged Mahamohopadhyay to bid farewell to his first love even then. Again, in the next 9 years, all the copies of the history were already sold out. In 1961, Motilal Gangadhar Das brought out the third edition of Dr. Kane's History of Sanskrit Poetics with 446 pages. No wonder that the profound scholar, aged over 80, felt delighted at his book, that his book was even then held in high esteem. And fortunately, the great scholar lived to see even the next edition in 1971. There are indeed very few books which enjoy such enviable popularity. His history of Sanskrit poetics has been translated into Marathi, Hindi, and also into Kannada. The list of articles of Mahamohopadhyay Kane on Alankara Shastra would have been very lengthy had not the great Mahamohopadhyay deserted his study of his youth in order to render more invaluable service to the neglected and difficult subjects of Dharma Shastra and Mimamsa. Dr. Kane wrote at a time when the chronology of the different works on the subject of Alankara Shastra was all in jumble. Very little was known with certainty about most of the works and authors in Alankara Shastra. Very few works had been in print. Much of the material on which the great scholar worked was available in manuscript form only. The research work done under such circumstances is far more difficult, laborious, and therefore precious than the work that is being done by modern scholars. Even then, with his sharp intellect, deep insight, industrious habits, and perseverance, Dr. Kane surmounted all difficulties and could establish important conclusions by way of landmarks in the history of Sanskrit poetics. This contribution sounds all the more impressive when we take into account the fact that he had bid farewell to this first love of his youthful age very early, and then throughout his life he remained faithful to his second love, that is Dharma Shastra, in which he has done magnificent work. Friends, to enlighten us more on this subject, today we have among us Dr. Saroj Deshpande, a scholarly personality in the field of poetics. Though in the card it is stated that she is the former assistant professor of Sanskrit from the University of Pune, stalwart in the field of aesthetic criticism. The students of MA and MPhil of the Center for Advanced Study in Sanskrit are much highly benefited by their acumen in Sanskrit literature and poetics. She also has to her credit a project on a new philosophical concordance to Upanishads. Friends, translation is a very challenging job, and Madam Deshpande has translated novels by Shashi Deshpande, R.K. Narayan, and plays of Girish Karnad. She is the recipient of Sahitya Academy Award for Translations, and she also was a visiting professor in the Center for Performing Arts in Pune University, where she taught Sanskrit text on dance. For the lyrics, she has penned 2 books, one on Sanskrit poetics and another on Radha's Natyashastra. I give a warm welcome from all of us to Madam and request the President to offer her a small token of her appreciation. To preside over this function, we are lucky to have Dr. N. Joshi, who is a senior scholar in the field of Sanskrit poetics. Born in Karachi, in then undivided India, he is trained in both modern and traditional Sanskrit ways of learning. He has received the Oriental degrees of Shastri and Acharya in Shankara Vedanta and Sahitya Shastra respectively in Varanasi. His doctoral thesis, Poetic